Okay, hello, my name is Молдабаева. I am an English teacher at NAS Pavlodar. Today I will be presenting a lesson on the world of work. Okay, hello guys, how are you today? Thank you, I'm very well too. Let's start with the warm-up. So today it is going to be a taboo game. It is a very interesting game. One student at a time picks a card and describes the word given. You cannot use any of the words from the card. The other student should guess the word. The student who guesses correctly is awarded points. For example, the word given is singer, but the word stage, music and sing cannot be used in description. Here you can see some other examples. So the word given is policeman, and you cannot use the police station, uniform or crime. Or the word given is teacher, and you cannot use school, students or classroom.
Walker, runner,
Gentleman.
Minus one.
What?
Minus one.
What?
You.
What was it? Soldier.
Lost.
general,
What was the job?
Soldier. How is it?
Soldier.
Huh?
Soldier.
Soldier.
Hey. Так.
president,
A person who
singer.
Okay, thank you guys. Now, I would like you to watch a video. The title of the video is Dream Job. And yeah, just look at the board.
What's your name?
Nona,
What do you do for a living?
customer service, telecommunications.
Is that your dream job?
No.
If you had something else to do for a living, what would it be?
Not working in corporate America, doing something that made a difference in the world.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a registered nurse.
And is that your dream job?
No, I dream of flying F-16 fighter jets. That would be my dream job, to be a pilot.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a hairdresser.
Is that your dream job?
No.
What would your dream job be?
To have a restaurant, be a chef.
Awesome, you must be a great cook.
I think so.
And what do you do for a living?
I own a construction company.
And is that your dream job?
No, professional beach volleyball is my dream job.
And what do you do?
I'm a project manager.
Is that your dream job?
Absolutely not. My dream job's being a full-time mum.
And what do you do for a living?
I work as a project manager in a software company.
Is that your dream job?
No, but I'm too old to be a football player now.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a lawyer.
Is that your dream job?
No.
What would your dream job be if you had one?
I'd like to be an explorer, discover other unknown islands.
What do you do?
I'm a research nurse manager. I work in genetic research and I run projects for our organisation.
Is that your dream job?
My dream job? No, not really. My dream job would be to help people live a healthy lifestyle.
What do you do down here?
I do sales and marketing for a company that repairs airplane parts.
Is that your dream job?
No.
What would be your dream job?
Owning a bar and a restaurant.
So you could drink?
Yeah.
For free?
There you go.
What do you do?
I work for a chemical company.
And is that your dream job?
No.
What would be your dream job?
Owning a hamburger joint.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a park ranger.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds like a dream job.
It is pretty cool. I really enjoy it. And I really am lucky to have a job in these days. But I also really love what I do. So I'm very lucky.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a veterinarian.
Another cool job.
Yeah, we did well. I do enjoy it.
Is that your dream job?
It's tough.
It's close.
It's close. It's a lot of heart wrenching, so it's a little hard on me. But I do enjoy it. I don't think I'd trade it in for anything else.
So if you had a choice to do anything else, what would you do?
Maybe be a permanent volunteer, but I can't afford that.
Working with wildlife.
Yeah, I'm working with wildlife rather than cats and dogs.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm actually a tour guide here.
Really?
Yeah. I work with a company that works with Carnival ships, and we take the people around. Today I'm doing a South Beach city tour, and some other days I'll do a Everglades tour, and then we take them to the airport, so it's a lot of fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds like a dream job.
It is. It's pretty good. It's only a couple of days a week, and it works out perfectly.
And what do you do?
I'm a bartender.
Oh, awesome. Is that your dream job?
No, I'm also an entrepreneur. So I have little side jobs that I do, graphic design, marketing, public relations, that kind of thing.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
What do you teach?
I teach Spanish and math in an elementary school.
Very good. Is this your dream job?
Yep.
Great. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a journalist.
And is that your dream job?
It is, actually.
Okay guys, now could you please answer these questions? What do you do for a living? And what is your dream job? Thank you guys, it were some awesome answers. Now, could you please tell me what is the topic of today's lesson? You are absolutely right, it is the world of work. Okay, so, and some lesson objectives for today. We need to review vocabulary on the topic of world of work, recognize specific information in an extended talk about different kinds of jobs, deduce meaning from context, and understand extended narratives on a range of general and curricular topics. Okay, let us start with the vocabulary exercise. Here you need to match these three columns. We have job, what do they do, and where do they work. So for this task you have 10 minutes. Now let's check your answers. So the first column, the accountants. They look after the finances in an organization and they work in an office. Bakers, they bake bread, they work in a bakery. Butchers, they prepare and sell meat and they work in butchers. Chefs, they prepare and cook food and they work in a kitchen. Dentists, they look after people's teeth, they work in a dentist's. Doctors, they look after people's health, they work in hospital or surgery. Flight attendants, they look after passengers, they work in an airplane. Hairdressers, they cut and style people's hair, they work in a hair salon. Judges, they judge and sentence people, they work in law court. Lawyers, they defend and prosecute people, they work in a law court and in a lawyer's office. Nurses, they look after patients and they work in hospital or doctor's surgery. Porters, they carry other people's bags and luggage. They work in a hotel or train station. Receptionists, they meet and greet visitors. They work in a reception. Sales assistants, they sell goods and look after customers. They work in a shop. Surgeons, they operate on people who are sick. They work in a hospital. Tailors, they design, make, alter and repair garments. They work in factories and shops. Teachers, they teach people, they work in a school. Vets, they look after people's animals, they work in a veterinary surgery or vets. Waiter or waitress, they serve people food and drinks, they work in a restaurant. Okay, success criteria for this task is if you get 17 out of 19, you have achieved this task. If you get less than 17, you are working towards. Okay, now to practice our vocabulary, let's play the Kahoot game. Yes, thank you. Now guys, let's move on to the reading task. Now here, have you got the skills you need for the 21st century workplace? Read about what employers are looking for and test yourself to see if you are prepared. Before starting our reading task, we will do preparation. Here you need to fill the gaps with the correct phrase from the box. For this task you have 5 minutes. Okay, let's check your answers. The first one is the 21st century. Number 2, age of technology. Number 3, problem solving. Number 4, communicate well. Number 5, analyze information. Number 6, good at making decisions. Okay, now let's start our reading task. Here you can see the text. The title of the text is "Have you got the skills you need for the 21st century workplace?" Here you can read about imagination, problem solving, communication skills, critical analysis and decision making. Okay, now the reading task itself. You need to circle true or false for these sentences. The first one is 21st century skills are not taught in schools in the United Kingdom. Employers like workers to be imaginative. Employers want workers to think about possible problems. Employers like workers to be original when solving problems. Future workers will need to be able to write consciously. People communicate with each other less in the 21st century. Employers believe it is useful to know a lot of information about celebrities. Employers don't want workers to make decisions without asking them. Okay, for this task you have 10 minutes. Okay, let's check your answers. Number 1 is false. Number 2, true. Number 3, true. Number 4, true. Number 5, true. Number 6, false. Number 7, false. Number 8, false. Your success criteria for this task. If you get 6 out of 8, you have achieved this task. If you get less than 6, you're working towards. Okay, now let's focus on your vocabulary. Here you can see the task. You need to complete the sentences with the word from the box. For this task you have about 5 minutes. Okay, let's check your answers. Number 1, teach. Number 2, value. Number 3, solve. Number 4, discuss. Number 5, develop. Number 6, differentiate. Number 7, have. Number 8, make. Your success criteria for this task. If you get 6 out of 8, you have achieved this task, and if you get less than 6, you are working towards. Okay, now let's move to the listening task. Here you need, before the listening task, you need to match the following synonyms. For this task you have 10 minutes. You can start. Okay, let's check your answers. Number 1, unemployed. The synonym is jobless. CV, resume. 6, looks for. Worked, was successful. Position, job. Help, support. Company, firm. Idea, concept. Prove, show. Try, attempt. Okay, good. Now you need to listen to the recording about job hunter who puts his CV on billboard. For the first time, just to understand the main idea.
Job hunter puts CV on billboard. This is breakingnewsenglish.com. A French man who was unemployed tried a new way to get a job. He put his CV, resume, on a giant billboard. The billboard was next to a very busy road. It was 4 meters long and 3 meters high. There was a photo of the man wearing a Santa Claus hat. There was a message on the billboard that said, "Trilingual Operations Manager seeks position in hotels, restaurants, tourism, and leisure." About 70,000 people a day could see the CV from their car. Job seeker Laurent Lebay, 41, said, "All I want for Christmas is a job." His idea worked. a holiday resort contacted and interviewed him. He started his new position as an operations manager 10 days after he put his resume on the billboard. Mr. Lebray had help from the owner of the billboard. He was going to pay to put his CV on the billboard. However, the advertising company decided to give him the space for free. Mr. Lebray saved 2,000 euros, about $2,700, because he did not have to pay. The advertising company is called Pisoni Publicité. The company's CEO spoke to the France 24 news agency. He said, "We thought it was an interesting idea. When people come up with ideas like this, we are always keen to see what we can do. We're very happy to prove that what we do works and that Mr. Lebray is back at work." Many people contacted Mr. Lebray after he got his job. They want to try the same thing. There are 3.3 million unemployed people in France. This is Noreen Lam reporting from Spain.
Okay, now let's check your vocabulary. Did you understand everything in the recording? Were there any unfamiliar words? Okay, good guys. Now let's listen to the recording again. And you need to fill in the gaps with appropriate information.
Job hunter puts CV on billboard. This is breakingnewsenglish.com. A French man who was unemployed tried a new way to get a job. He put his CV, resume, on a giant billboard. The billboard was next to a very busy road. It was 4 meters long and 3 meters high. There was a photo of the man wearing a Santa Claus hat. There was a message on the billboard that said, "Trilingual operations manager seeks position in hotels, restaurants, tourism, and leisure." About 70,000 people a day could see the CV from their car. Job seeker Laurent Lebray, 41, said, "All I want for Christmas is a job." His idea worked. A holiday resort contacted and interviewed him. He started his new position as an operations manager 10 days after he put his resume on the billboard. Mr. Lebray had help from the owner of the billboard. He was going to pay to put his CV on the billboard. However, the advertising company decided to give him the space for free. Mr. Lebray saved 2,000 euros, about $2,700, because he did not have to pay. The advertising company is called Pisoni Publicité. The company's CEO spoke to the France 24 news agency. He said, "We thought it was an interesting idea. When people come up with ideas like this, we are always keen to see what we can do. We're very happy to prove that what we do works and that Mr. Lebray is back at work." Many people contacted Mr. Lebray after he got his job. They want to try the same thing. There are 3.3 million unemployed people in France. This is Noreen Lam reporting from Spain.
Okay guys, now you have 1 minute to complete your task. Okay, let's check your answers. Number 1 is unemployed. Number 2, giant. 3, message. 4, 6. 5, leisure. 6, worked. 7, interviewed. 8, after. 9, works. 10, same. 11, free. 12, interesting. 13, contacted. 14, pay. 15, help. And 16, keen. Your success criteria for this task are: if you get 14 out of 16, you have achieved this task. If you get less than 14, you're working towards. Okay, now guys, I would like you to watch a video about career choice and share your ideas.
Hi, I'm Allison.
Hi guys, I'm Jess. Most kids in high school have no idea what they're doing after they graduate. I know
What
that.
do you mean? We're not clueless.
I think you're clueless.
I think you're clueless. You don't even know what you're doing.
You can't form a sentence.
Okay, let's go meet some people who do know what they're doing after high school.
My name is Matt Cote. I'm a high school student and I plan on doing an apprenticeship.
My name is Rebecca Brewer. I'm a grade 12 student and I plan on going to university after I graduate.
My name is Dawson Page. I go to high school. I plan on going to community college.
I'm Kelly McKeel and I'm a high school student and I'm interested in going in the military. There are many, many options of what you can do after high school. And we've even narrowed it down to 6 for you. You have university.
You go to college.
Apprenticeship.
Direct to work and start your own business.
Military.
It's private training. I didn't hear anything about direct retirement. Didn't I read somewhere about direct retirement?
One of the options you have is university.
I don't know why anybody would want to go to university.
Well, a lot of jobs require a university degree, so that would give you the chance to get it. And two, it opens so many options to you. You can just explore the world. And realistically, it's your first chance to get into the real world and get away from your parents.
But it's so hard. I'm not, if you're a university person, I mean.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, everything's a lot of work, but it'll be worth it.
Let's go to these guys and see what they said.
I'd probably want to start by just getting rid of any misconceptions you might have about what university requires, because a lot of people have this sort of idea that you have these huge lists and demands put on you, but it's not as difficult as one would think, because you're in a community of people who also have similar assignments and similar issues that they have to confront, and the more you do it, the better you get at it, and as you do it over time, it becomes something that's completely natural, much like learning how to do a trade or a skill.
Another option you have is the military. Now, the cool thing about the military is that you can go off and you can see the world, and you can get such a good feeling about helping people. And two, you can train to be whatever you want, and the military pays for it.
We're over there saving people's lives. We're dropping off humanitarian aid. We're helping people without water. There's mothers there with brand new children and they don't have proper milk, proper nutrition. Guess what? We're there helping them out, getting the proper food out to them so they can actually survive. Our main focus is security for Canada and to help others.
To go into the reserves, if you're going to university, then they pay up to $2,000 a year for your tuition. Going into the regular force, depending on what you want to do, they can pay for your university 100%.
Another option is going straight into the trades and being an apprentice.
One of the advantages of being an apprentice is that it's something you enter right out of high school. So you can be an apprentice of a butcher, a carpenter, an electrician.
And in most cases, you're getting paid to learn.
They're paying me to learn what they're paying me to do?
Yeah.
Sweet.
We don't actually have jobs when we come out of this, but for the most part, they'll get us a 2-week interview, and their successful rate in the past has been 100%. So generally, the guys, when they leave here, have jobs.
If they enjoy working with their hands, if they enjoy, an outdoor environment versus, an office-type environment, to me, there's no better trade. It's a nice sense of accomplishment, being able to drive by something and see it, and, years down the road, it's still going to be there.
Another decision you may choose to make after high school is going to college.
What would make someone want to go to college?
Well, typically, and in most cases, Allison, college is more affordable, and it's more hands-on. Say if you're going to be a chef, you're going there to learn to cook meals, not recite Shakespeare.
Tuition was just so high, so we decided to look around at the community colleges, and we found one that was at a decent tuition price. Oh, it's hands-on, full-fledged. It's more like a high school, but at the same time, it still has the classroom learning and the lectures like a university would.
Another cool option to do after high school is go directly into work. You start making a salary off the bat and building a career for yourself. Other people like to go into entrepreneurship and start a business, but other people like to go straight into their career.
I chose to go direct to work because I was going to go to film school, but through co-op I managed to find a job at Hit Media, and they teach me everything I want to know that I would learn in film school, and I get paid.
Your sixth option to do out of high school is to go into private training. Now the thing about private training is that the ratio from student to teachers is very small. So you could take piloting, hairdressing, massage therapy.
Isn't it true, though, that because it's private, it tends to be more expensive?
Well, it tends to be, but because it's so focused, you're really getting what you pay for. Let's find out more.
Private training is something that I find the more hands-on is more important.
When you're graduating from high school, it's not all about university. You have to take into consideration private colleges because there is a need for what they produce. From a hairdresser to piloting to going to a private business college.
All right, so that pretty much wraps it up for us, you guys. Those are your 6 options.
What about the 7th option?
What 7th option?
Early retirement. I read it in the brochure.
I think you're a little young for early retirement. You need to have a job first.
Well, I think you're a little old for orange.
All right, you guys, that's it. Good luck. See you later.
See you later, guys.
Okay guys, some good ideas, thank you. Now I would like you to answer the following questions. What are your interests? What are your values? And what kind of lifestyle do you want? When you answer these questions, you'll probably know what job is good for you and is right for you. Okay, now, finally, let us meet our international teachers. We're going to meet Susan and Terry. Susan is a former Olympic athlete, and Terry is karaoke cafe owner, journalist, farm advisor, and an English teacher. They are going to tell you about their work experience. You'll need to listen, make notes, and prepare your questions. So here are some simple questions that you can use after their speech. So, for example, why did you choose this job? How many years have you been working on that job? Did you enjoy your job? Can you describe your typical day? And the others.
And my job was to write about their research so that ordinary people like you, could understand it. That was one job. I travelled around. Do you know what country I come from? No? I come from Japan. No, I don't. Do you think I look like Japan? You're very, very believed to either. I come from New Zealand. New Zealand has 3 islands: North Island, South Island, West Island, sometimes called Australia.
No, don't listen to that. They only have 2 islands. We're the biggest one.
And so I could fly around my country, New Zealand, because research, science was done in the north, in the south, in the middle. And it was an interesting job and a challenge, a hard job to understand science and write about it in English. I have lived in Japan. In Japan, I taught English, but I had a bar. You know, bar, you drink beer and whiskey, and it was a karaoke bar, so customers would sing, and I would have to sing with them and help drink their whiskey. It was a terribly hard job, but fun. I would have to start late and finish late. Start about 8 o'clock in the evening, finish 1 o'clock in the morning, later 2 o'clock, go home, go to sleep. Very hard job. Every day. I was a farm advisor or farm consultant in New Zealand. I would go and talk to farmers about how to farm the land, look after the land. And I have been, of course, an English teacher.
Okay, thank you, Terry. Now, guys, your questions. Thank you, that were some good questions. And now let's meet Susan. She's going to talk about her work experience.
Olympic Games. So my job for probably about 3 years, I was a full-time athlete. So athletics was my job. Did it pay very well? Nah. Was it the best job I've ever had? Yes. It was the best job I have ever had. If I could go back there now to do that job again, I would go there in a flash. Absolutely the best job. Why do you think sports people love their jobs so much? Why do you think I loved my job so much then?
It what is bring you
Because
benefits?
when you do sports and you exercise, your health,
you're keeping healthy, you're doing something you love, it's what you want to do, and the only problem is you only have a short period of time that you can do it for because you get old. Your body can't compete. So for that period of time, I did it for 10 years. For 10 years, and for 3 of those years I did it full time. So when
Okay, very good, guys. Thank you for your questions, and I hope these 2 speeches will inspire you to think about your future, to think about your future work. And now, could you please give 2 positive comments and 1 area to improve for this lesson? So 2 stars and a wish. Thank you for your attention. And now, so here you can see links and resources that I have used for this lesson. Thank you, goodbye.